While everyone's talking about Facebook ads and getting their accounts banned left and right, I've quietly generated over $10 million in sales using a platform that no one ever talks about. I'm not here to trash Facebook ads. I've personally made a lot of money from it, but if your entire business is dependent on that one platform that can shut you down overnight, whilst you have supplier costs, a team, payroll, overheads, then you are literally one algorithm change away from everything going to zero. My name is Amin, and I've been doing e-commerce for 6 years now. I scaled my own brand to 7 figures in a year. I co-scaled an 8-figure jewelry brand, me and 2 partners. And now I help D2C brands scale up profitably and predictably with Google ads. So here's what I want to share with you today. The expensive lessons I've learned out of my own hard-earned money throughout the years of doing e-commerce. I really feel like this is going to be very valuable and an eye-opener for a lot of you guys. So if you're tired of platform dependency, waking up to shut down ad accounts, ad account bans, suspension, just random stuff, and you've never really opened up your eyes to Google or considered it, this is going to be a real game changer for you and with the scaling up your brand predictably and in a stable way. That's really going to put you in a place where you're building a brand that's long term, because a lot of people, they scale for like a year, then their business goes bust out of nowhere. I've seen it happen time and time again. I'm going to share with you guys $1 million mistakes that I've made working with clients' businesses and my own business, just lessons I've learned throughout the years, and why I always love Google ads and I always use that as my main platform now when I want to scale and when I want to launch new brands. It used to be Facebook, not as much anymore. By the end of this video, you'll really understand why I love Google ads. So one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the years, and something that really changed my mindset and perspective on how I view these different ad channels, was through this question. Honestly, when you want to buy something, where do you go? You should ask yourself this question. It's very powerful. You go on Google, right? And what I love about Google is intent-based marketing. People are actively searching for your product. So you're, like I say here, you're answering that question, you're not interrupting. With Facebook, you have to create that demand. It's really just top of funnel. Somebody that might not even be in the market for your product, will just see your ad, be like, wait, what's this about? You need to create that demand and awareness. And I gave a good analogy here. It's kind of like shouting at people on the street versus someone walking into your store asking for your product. That's the biggest difference, and instantly you'll see in the data that Google has better KPIs, and this happens all the time. Better ROAS, conversion rates, CPCs, CTRs, because of just that intent. That intent is very, very powerful, and it's a game changer. And also what I love, like I say here, is Google doesn't require a crazy amount of daily management. You don't really need to be testing creatives every single day, and creative burnout, creative fatigue. I know a lot of because I used to do Facebook ads myself. I know a lot of people that do well with Facebook ads, and that's one major issue that a lot of them deal with. So I really feel like it's important for you to consider Google. And if you're thinking, I need to stop putting all my eggs in one basket, this intent versus demand concept is exactly why my clients never panic when Facebook has algorithm tantrums. Google's very stable. It's just that consistent flow of traffic from people that are in the market looking for your product and eventually will buy because you have a good offer and you're really just appealing to their needs. So if this is already clicking for you, and I know for a lot of you guys that are doing well on Facebook ads, you can relate to this. I really feel like you should have the conversation with me. So what you could do is book a call, first link in the description, and we'll have a chat. I'll discuss with you the power of Google, how it can fit with your brand. And trust me, it'll be a game changer, because it was for me. Like, I done well with Facebook ads, but once I discovered Google and started really understanding how it works, I've been making money profitably for the past 6 years with Google. For my own brands, for clients' brands, it really was a level up in my career. Another major lesson I've learned throughout the years, and this was actually with a client, not my own brands, was just this ROAS versus revenue volume goal. Because I'll tell you a quick story. I had a client in the women's health niche back in 2023, crushing it. The ROAS was amazing. On paper, it looked great, like 5, 6 plus. And instantly you'd think at that ROAS, you're profitable. But no, at that ROAS, you're sacrificing volume. And as a result of that, the client is not able to hit his revenue targets. Business eventually does die down, because what that means, when you're not able to sustain a certain revenue figure, it's all about volume. You're not able to pay for all of your expenses that your business has. Because you can be profitable, but if revenue is low, it just doesn't make sense, because the profit is also going to be low, obviously. So I feel like profit, or like ROAS, is a vanity metric. Revenue as well, to an extent, is a vanity metric. Only thing that matters is just cash in the bank after all expenses. That's ultimately, as business owners, what we're here to do. It's just to make pure profit from business. And the simple question, would you rather have 1,000 in spend with 5 ROAS or 10,000 in spend at 3.5 ROAS, right? I know everyone will go for option B. And also another important thing you need to understand is this is a very competitive space. So we're fighting for market share. The more volume you have, the better. If you're able to acquire a customer more expensive than your competitor, you're going to win. So you need to view it like that. The more market share you have, the better. Even if you are a bit profitable month 1, month 2, but you're acquiring a lot of customers, guess what? Once you have a customer, you've won. It's so easy for them to buy again from you, especially when your product and offer is good. So that's very important for you guys to think about. Moving on to the third lesson, and this is very important because it actually happened to me and it's happened to a lot of people I know, is platform dependency is business destruction. Trust me, there's been times crushing it with Facebook, 10K days, you feel like you're on top of the world. A lot of you guys relate to that. And then overnight, there's been days I wake up overnight to an email saying my ad account got banned, and like you don't even know what's going on. Everything's legit, everything's smooth. But when you're so dependent on one platform, you're playing such a risky game, and that's not how you play the game of business. Especially when you have no money coming in because of the bans, and then you have a team to pay, overhead, inventory, all of that stuff. That's a very, very tough situation to be in. A big part of business and life is managing risk. You need to position yourself in ways where it's kind of like an airbag analogy. You know, my cousin was telling me a story of like the airbag analogy. Build multiple airbags for your life and for your business. Let's say you get into like a crash. You don't have just one airbag protecting you, you have 5 airbags. You're not going to feel the same pain and impact as opposed to just having one. Hopefully that analogy does stick with you. I think I use it every day. I think it's so sick. What's very important is actually understanding what percentage of your revenue comes from Facebook right now. If it's over 70%, we need to talk ASAP. This is not just me saying get on Google. If you're doing over 70% on Facebook, bro, get on email, get on SMS, start thinking about other channels, start thinking about how can I scale horizontally. So Facebook is really good for discovery and scale. You're really able to get proof of concept fast. But think about Google like the engine. It's going to be very consistent. It's going to be very predictable. It's just reliable. And I think there's a big misconception. A lot of people view Google as like a backup plan or like as like a remarketing channel, but really and truly it's a bulletproof system and it's very stable. I mean, clearly it is because I've been doing it for 6 years at this point and going. This is a very important lesson. This is just beyond Facebook, Google. This is just business, period. You never want to be dependent on just one aspect or just one channel or one thing. It's like your income as well. You don't want to be just dependent on one income source. Always think about how can I scale horizontally so that when one thing goes to shit, at least you've got other things that are backing you up in the meantime as you figure out your main thing. The fourth lesson I've learned over the years actually has got to do with just Google ad accounts and how to just set it up correctly. Because a lot of people come to me and they just complain like, oh, I mean, Google doesn't work. Like it's not working for my account. I hear this so many times. These are 4 key points that I've learned over the years. It's just a good approach to have to increase your likelihood of being successful with Google ads. Step 1 is actually just, is your conversion tracking even working? Is it even correct? Because without the right data, you're just shooting blindly. You don't know what's going on. And this is for not just Google ads, every ad channel you're on. So if you're doing Facebook right now, make sure your conversion tracking is very, very good. The second thing, not a lot of people talk about this. A lot of people just want to be fancy and talk about PMAX and campaigns and scaling and all of this stuff. Bro, Google Merchant Center is very important. This basically is the middleman between Shopify and Google ads. This is where all your product data is. Like the Google algorithm is going to crawl and present within free shopping ads. And people just don't optimize this. They just go straight into creating a campaign. They don't even go into the GMC and optimize it. And what I mean by optimize it is you want to have very, very good SEO rich titles, descriptions. You want to have appealing images, competitive pricing. And then there's a lot of different data points that you can optimize. I don't want to bore you guys, but there's a lot of things that go into it. This is the foundation. Without the foundation, your ads are going to be trash. So really make sure you have a good foundation. And then step 3 is actually just, a website issues. And what I mean by that is just a poor landing page, a poor offer, slow website speed, all of these things. And I'll be honest, right? This might just be the most important thing I've probably learned over the years is a lot of people view ads as a silver bullet. There are no silver bullets to this game. It's all an ecosystem. I can create the best ads ever, completely unique, amazing, appealing. But if my offer is trash, if my website doesn't even load or work, it's not going to work. And vice versa. I can have the best offer ever, come out with a new product, it's game changing. If my ads are trash, it's not going to work. It all goes hand in hand. So really, you need to start viewing it as you're an operator. You're not just like a media buyer or just a product uploader in your Shopify store. No, you're an operator. So get these things correct. And then lastly, it's just poor campaign structure. People mix branded traffic with non-branded traffic. People don't really understand how to segment top of funnel with bottom of funnel, when to use PMAX, how to begin, what bid strategies to use. There's so many things that go into it. I could speak about this topic for hours because I've learned so much about it, as you can imagine. But you really need to understand, based on where you are, your revenue and your goals, what structure do I go for? And this is something I'm going to dive deeper into in future videos. But yeah, you need to understand, I think the most important thing is you can't view ads as a silver bullet. You need to have a good offer. And second of all, don't jump straight into launching Google ads. No, fix your GMC, optimize it, understand which approach you want to take with Google. And I guarantee you'll have success with it, because my hit rate with Google is over 99%. Most accounts I work with, I print, because it's a skill set, right? You just learn over the years. So what I want you to do right now, and it's very important, go check your revenue and traffic sources. If over 70% of that is coming through Facebook, trust me, bro, you don't have a business strategy. You have a gambling addiction. And right now you're just gambling and the house will always win. So if you're pushing over 30K a month through Facebook and a lot of this resonated with you, I highly recommend that you book a call with me using the first link in the description. What I'll do is I will come in, free consulting call, audit your business. If you're running Google ads already, that's great. I'll audit your Google ads as well. And I'll really just help you understand the opportunities and leverage we can pull to really start scaling your brand. And we'll go deep. We'll talk about your ad spend, whether you're on Google or not, it's fine. I have experience with everything within e-commerce. Your offer, AOV, conversion rate, how you can really take your business to the next level. And obviously Google's going to play a big part of that, and that's my main offer. And this isn't a coaching program, it's not a course, none of that BS. I don't agree with any of that stuff. It's a lot of that's BS. You're working directly with me. We're going to be speaking, you're going to be getting my insights on a call, and obviously I only work with people that I really feel confident that I can get results for. So I'll be honest, if your brand is trash, like high likelihood that it's not going to be a good fit. But I offer done for you services, so that's literally me coming in to your business, setting up your Google ads, and really just taking it to the next level. I've done this for countless people. You guys can check out my Twitter. I give out so much source there. Anyways, book a call if this resonated with you, and let's just take your business to the next level.